Hello everyone, welcome back to AutoTrendTV. This is Viprajesh from CAI Industries Private Limited Mahindra showroom in Coimbatore today. I am here with the brand new Mahindra XUV700's almost top spec AX7 variant, which is essentially one step lower to the topmost AX7 luxury variant. While the luxury pack essentially is an optional pack, technically this is the top spec variant, the AX7. And when compared with the AX7 luxury variant, this car does not look that different and carries forward most of the features seen on the luxury variant. For example, this car gets the all LED headlamps with LED DRLs and LED fog lamps. It even gets the exact same detailing on the front grille. However, as you can see, this car does not get the front camera, which is where the differences actually start. Because in terms of aesthetics and design appeal, this car looks identical to the AX7L, including the paint finish, chrome detailing, LED lighting and the flush fitting door handles. This car also provides the exact same 18-inch dual-tone alloy wheels, including all-wheel disc brakes. That said, while the AX7L variant had automatic popping out door handles, this car gets the same flush-fitting door handles which you have to pop out by tapping them. And yes, just like the AX5 mid-spec variant, this car also gets full-length roof rails along with the shark fin antenna. Now, as I already said, this AX7 variant does not get front or side cameras, but instead it gets only a reverse parking camera. Yes, the arrowhead design LED tail lamps are identical, and just like the AX5 and the AX7L, this AX7 also gets the huge panoramic sky roof, available as standard. That said, the side ORVMs are slightly different in terms of design since they don't have the housing for the side parking cameras. So well, apart from all these differences, this car largely looks like the top spec AX7L variant. Now let's get inside to check out even further differences. The first impression when you sit inside this AX7 variant of the XUV700 is that it is exactly almost similar to what we have seen on the regular AX7L top spec variant. Well, that's because the design, the layout, the materials, the textures, everything remain exactly the same, including this beautiful leather padding on the dashboard mid pad, on the door pads as well, and on the seats as well. They are lovely and beautiful, and they are perforated as you can clearly see, and the same leather has been carried over to the center armrest, which is also adjustable, and the steering wheel is also beautifully leather wrapped just like the AX7L. This variant also carries forward a lot of features seen on the AX7L, but this is not exactly the L top spec variant, which means there are a few feature compromises. While you get this superb large and HD dual screen display as standard from the AX3 variant itself, this display does not offer 360 degree surround view camera on this regular AX7 variant. Well, let me just turn on the power for this car. This car, just like the AX7L variant, gets the smart key access with push button start, so nothing to worry over here. And turning the display on, this is how everything looks like. Well, the display remains exactly the same, and so are the utilities, the functions, the everything, almost everything except for the 360 degree surround view camera system. This, you can see, is a manual gearbox variant, which means when I slot it into reverse, this is how the rear camera monitor looks like. This is only a rear camera monitor. There is no 360 degree surround view camera system because this car does not have front or side camera monitors. However, you still can take screenshots of whatever you are seeing on the display, and you have multiple angle views, wide angle views, and various types of functionalities, zooming in functions as well. It is unique to see that there is separate right and left view on this reverse rear camera only system, which is quite nice and unique. And then you have the close-up, the parking assist and all those stuff. There is also a zoomed in view in case you are parking quite tight to the curb or something. This camera can also be turned on using this button over here. On the top spec L variant, you used to get the 360 degree surround view display button, but that has been replaced with only a rear button, so accordingly the button has also been changed. So this camera can also be turned on while moving forward, and while parking this is also going to be helpful. And in case if you are seeing something unique that you want to save, or probably the car behind you, then you can also take screenshot. So that is nice and handy. There is also a separate rear sensor monitor just beside the camera monitor. Sadly, you cannot enlarge this rear camera monitor screen because this is permanent over here, and well, this is how big it gets. This is the largest display of the rear camera system, which is okay. It is okay in terms of quality. However, the 360-degree system on the L variant is even more clearer and more crisp. And that said, everything else is almost exactly the same. You get Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Alexa connectivity, wireless connectivity obviously, then there is also navigation and multiple app connectivity as well. However, another thing to note is that this AX7 normal variant does not get the 12 speakers from Sony. Clearly you can see the speakers are missing on the roof. Only the L variant gets 12 speakers from Sony, which are not available on the AX7 regular variant. That said, everything else is available, including driver assist, autonomous emergency braking, including cruise control and all those stuff. So nothing to worry about that. And the display itself is exactly identical to use, and it is superbly crisp and clear. Well, coming to the right side of the steering wheel, you can obviously see the ESP traction control turning off button. There is also the engine auto start stop turning on and off button. There is also this hill descent control button available from the AX5 variant of the Mahindra XUV700. Still, this AX7, even though not being the L variant, gets 6-way power adjustment function for the driver seat alone with triple memory function, even though it does not have ventilation function. And obviously all windows are powered, with the driver window alone getting one touch down and one touch up function, which is going to be very handy. And basically that's it. And yes, the major difference coming to the center console, you still get the dual zone automatic climate control available as standard on this regular AX7 variant. However, this car does not get the wireless charging facility, which is available exclusively only on the L variant, the luxury variant. And this car also does not get the electronic handbrake, electronic parking brake with auto hold function. Instead, you get this manual handbrake lever, which is the norm on all variants except for the AX7L. However, this rotary controller is standard from the AX3 variant itself for this display, which is nice and handy again. And there are also multiple buttons for your shortcuts, so that is nice. And this armrest is adjustable with a decent level of storage on the inside. It is almost the same as the luxury variant. The glove box is also identical in terms of size, the rubberized felt lining finish, and the door pockets, the door pads are also identical in terms of finish and size, and for storage accommodation as well. Well, now coming towards the roof, the AX7L variant itself does not offer auto dimming IRVM, so it is not expected on this AX7. However, the AX5 variant offers this massive panoramic sky roof, which is again carried over to the AX7 and the L variants as well. Well, that was all about the features in the front part of the AX7 XUV700's cabin. This not being the AX7 luxury variant, it still misses out on some features despite providing almost everything you need. That said, this AX7 variant does not offer telescopic adjustment for the steering wheel as standard. Only the luxury variant gets a telescopic adjustment option for the steering wheel. Let's now take a look at the rear seats. So this is how the AX7 variant's dashboard looks like from the rear seat. Yes, this can easily be mistaken as the top spec luxury variant because of the amount of features and the high quality materials. The obvious differentiation being the manual handbrake present on this variant. That said, all variants of the XUV700 get the rear AC vents as standard, and similarly the legroom, space and overall comfort is similar to what we have seen on the top spec luxury variant as well. The higher spec variants of the XUV700 also get this chauffeur mode for the left side rear passenger, and the second row seats can be reclined individually, and they have a split function in the ratio of 60-40. Well, just like the AX7 luxury variant, this car also gets the beautiful leather upholstery as standard and gets 6 airbags as standard, including curtain airbags and thorax airbags. However, the AX7 luxury variant also offers a knee airbag right under the steering column, which is not present on this regular AX7 variant. Apart from these differences, this AX7 largely looks like the AX7 luxury variant and also feels like it. And thanks to this massive panoramic sky roof from the AX5 variant itself, it definitely feels more premium. So now let's check out the boot space. The boot space is where almost all 7-seater variants of the XUV700 are identical. That's because the overall functionality, luggage capacity and space is exactly the same. That is easily more than 500 liters of luggage capacity with the third row seats folded flat. And the third row seats themselves can be split folded in a 50-50 ratio. And yes, both the third row seats have recline adjustment as well. Yes, the third row seats may not be that spacious given the fact that the second row seats cannot be slide adjusted. However, from the AX3 variant, the third row seats are also provided with their individual AC vents, blower fan speed controller and a charging port. And if there are 7 passengers in the car, then the luggage capacity is easily limited to under 100 liters. So that was all about the boot space of this AX7 variant. Now let's talk about the pricing and conclude this review. So that was a quick detailed review of the brand new Mahindra XUV700's AX7 variant, which is logically the more affordable top spec variant of the XUV700's lineup. Yes, it may miss out on some features such as wireless charging, electronic parking brake, a telescopic adjustable steering wheel, a 360-degree surround view camera, and the additional knee airbag when compared to the top spec AX7 luxury variant. That said, this still provides a lot of features including a massive panoramic sunroof, power adjustable driver seat, leather upholstery, cruise control, amongst a whole host of other features, also offering the exterior and interior appeal of the top spec variant. So if you are satisfied with the amount of features on this AX7 variant, then this is the best all-rounder and a good value for money choice. So meanwhile, this is Viprajesh signing off. See you on another video. Thank you for watching.